This Combat Gods Battlegrounds game is actually dying. Now, I'm not talking about Legends Battlegrounds. The game's still doing pretty good. I'm talking about a game that most of you definitely know. But before we start, as you can see, I'm now in Fatal Combat. Now, this game is basically a Battlegrounds based on stickman characters such as Jun and Shinji. The animations look pretty cool, and the effects are pretty smooth too, if you ask me. But there is one big problem. The game, as you can see, is barely getting any active players, and that's because from a player perspective, the game is pretty choppy, which means that some core game mechanics such as dashes and hitboxes feel very inconsistent, even with tons of reworks and updates that were supposed to fix those problems. So the game is now slowly dying, and many players are moving from Fatal Combat to other games such as Legends Battlegrounds for many other reasons too. For example, the fact that in Fatal Combat there are 3 characters and there is only one free-to-play moveset. There are actually many other factors that cause the game's downfall, so we're now going to analyze what the founder of the game actually announced with what's probably going to be the end of the game. Yo, I wanted to talk about the current state of Fatal Combat and the reason why we haven't been active with the community in the game at all, though it hasn't been that long, like 2 to 3 months. In this announcement, I'll talk about the situation that we've been going through and the future of the game. Here, the owner is basically apologizing for the game's inactivity with its community at all for around 2 or 3 months. And if we really think about it, 2 or 3 months isn't actually that long compared to other Battlegrounds games. So first of all, I wanted to thank everyone who supported the game from the very start of it, and we could build a community out of it. I'm really grateful for it. Unfortunately, the news is that we've stopped the development on Fatal Combat to begin a new project that I'll talk about later, and the reasons behind it are really important. So yeah, it's basically official that the development has completely stopped, but he also mentioned a new project, which might be a new game. The first reason is that the data loss between players have been a huge problem for us developers, and the way we scripted the data system was really basic and outdated. That's the reason why most of the players been experiencing a lot of data loss, and even some were getting game passes without having to pay for it. The combat system performance for it is really unresponsive too, which was hard for new players to fully enjoy their game experience. Basically here, they are making a list of all the game's problems, such as a huge data loss where a lot of players lost their game passes while other players could get them for completely free. And they also mentioned that the combat system performance is still poorly optimized for new players. But look what it says now, and I'm pretty sure you're all aware of the Legends Battlegrounds incident and the beef between the 2 games. This also impacted the game a lot since the start, and most of the reasons can't be leaked to public, which I'm really sorry for, but I have no other choice. So it seems like there has been some sort of beef between the Legends Battlegrounds and Fatal Combat, which caused a lot of competition for the 2 games, but there is also something that they can't leak to public. So it seems like something important has happened, but they can't let us know. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna continue on this game or not, but if I could get some new developers for the game, then the game would keep getting updates. For now, the development is paused until I find new devs. This is the confirm that the game is probably gonna stop updating and die unless they find new developers, which could actually bring the game back to life. But watch what they also added here. All of our devs were focused on a new project, and we're working our hardest to make it as enjoyable as possible for our players. We're trying our best to make the perfect responsive combat system. It was in development since the last update of Fatal Combat. This is the main project I will be focusing on and giving it my best. I'll keep you all updated on the development of it and the upcoming release date. This means that the developers are currently working on a new game that is supposed to be more responsive, but most importantly, players will be able to unlock characters for free instead of sticking to a single one. And they then finished the announcement with apologies and confirmed that one of the characters for their new project is going to be Kai from Kung Fu Panda. Now, I think that we can all respect the fact that they've been transparent about the game's problems instead of staying quiet. So yeah, this is basically what is going to be the future of Fatal Combat. Now here's a player that truly can't accept defeat.
Today you're gonna die!
choking! No! Stop! Stop!
Rest for it. Fight is over.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Fight is over.